Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. This is Witches School. My name is Carolina, and today I will be talking about this situation between Russia and Ukraine and how this is going to be unfolding and what is going to happen in the next few months. Okay, so I prepared this material and I will talk about Vladimir, okay, and which are his intentions and how he will take this situation beyond this moment. Okay, so I invite you all to subscribe to this channel. I hope that you can share this information, and also I really thank you for all your thumbs up, your comments. Okay, you are really helping me to make this channel to grow. So let's start with, at first we are going to see aspects of Vladimir in his birth chart, okay, and how he is, okay, how this man thinks, how he feels, you know, how he is, or maybe what is he made of, you know. And then we are going to see the solar revolution, and that will talk about how this situation will unfold between Russia and Ukraine. Just like he is the president, you know, he's the head of Russia, so everything that is in his path is what Russia is going to be living. Okay, so let's start with his birth chart and some things that really take my attention. Okay, he has a very strong Pluto. Okay, he has Pluto in Leo in his 10th house, and this is the middle skies, the higher point in the birth chart. So this makes him a powerful man, okay, a leader, okay, with a great desire for power and to achieve anything that he set out to do, you know. And this is why he is who he is, because he has a really strong Pluto energy in his birth chart. Okay, he does not measure the consequences of their actions and decisions. It's like he doesn't care about any consequences. He's only going for the things that he wants. Okay, he is like a maniac for power, you know, like someone who needs to get power, more power, you know, like he likes to feel and to know that people respect him, you know, like he likes to impose the way that he thinks or feel, you know. So it's really a person who has a great resentment for those who tries to force him to do something. Okay, he doesn't like the rules, and he doesn't like that someone tells him what he can or cannot do. So we can see in this situation specifically that as much restrictions the other countries are taking on him, he is like becoming more fearless, you know, because it's like something he can stand on. Okay, so he has also Saturn in the 12th house. And the 12th house is like a dark place for every one of us, okay, because there is everything that is hidden from ourselves, is our unconscious mind, you know. He has a deep selflessness and unconsciousness for fear, you know. It's like he really is an insecure man, but this is something that he hides with this strong behavior, you know. So he is like a paranoid also, you know, because he sees like enemies everywhere. Okay, these positions that Saturn has in his birth chart in this house makes him a person who is everywhere and every time and whoever. I mean, he is like looking to every single thing like it's a threat to him, you know, like he's a really big paranoid. Okay, we have also Mars in his 2nd house, and this makes him a very rich man, lover okay, of wealth and pleasures and luxuries. Okay, and he is kind of greedy also, you know. But he has here Mars in trigon with Pluto, and this make him like this man who could achieve anything in these areas of his finances, you know, like he has great success and achievements in this and this rank that he has, you know, this leader that he is because of this trigon with Mars and Pluto, you know. His social position, that is why he is who he is, you know. And also we have here Saturn in square with Uranus, okay, and this is talking about that for him it's really difficult to break with the past, okay. He's really attached to his story, to his past, you know, and he is really attached to the old structures. He does not like changes because he is afraid of those, okay. He has fear. I mean, he doesn't like that things change because that could be like a threat to him, you know. So he's a man who is really attached to the structures, to his story, to the past, you know, and to the things like they always been. It's like he doesn't like anything to change, okay. And he is a very nervous person, irritable, aggressive, and a dictator, okay, because this Saturn in a square with Uranus make him a person who is really with some kind of violent attitude, you know, like he imposes himself all the time, okay. So is a very conflictive relationship between these two planets in this area of his personality, okay. So we have here also the Sun in conjunction with Jupiter, and this is giving him a great self-discipline, you know, and self-absorbed also, okay, and he is very cold-mannered and calculative, you know, like he is a man who have like a schedule for everything, you know. He in this matter, I think that is something admirable because it's like he is a program of a computer, you know, like he responds to everything that he has to do at the perfect timing, you know, like this self-discipline is something that brings him an extra power, if you want to see it that way, you know. Okay, so seeing all these aspects that he has in his birth chart, it's like his soul configuration, you know, is what is he made of. And we can see here a very conflicted man, a very ambitious man, a man who is determined, you know, to get something, and he will not measure the consequences of anything, you know, like, and he wants to be the number one. He wants to be who rules the world, you know. It's like something that he been waiting for and waited, and he been in silence waiting, but he chose the right time. He chose the perfect timing, you know, because this timing is a timing where the world is getting out of a crisis, a big crisis, and all the countries, the bigger countries, are like having this crisis and all the effects of this, you know. And he chooses this time, this very moment, to take his weapons and to take these actions. And I think this is not something random, you know. Like we saw before with his Sun in that conjunction with Jupiter, he is a man who always have a plan, you know. He is not a random person. He knows when, he knows how, he knows who. I mean, this is not a random situation or a random specific moment in the history of the world that he chose to do what he is doing. So be really with your eyes open, because this is not going to end soon, okay? And things are going to get really complicated, okay? So in his solar revolution, that is where he's taking all this conflict and where he's taking Russia at their commander, we have here that he has Uranus to the house 9 to 10. Again, the higher point, the higher place in the chart. He goes against the established, he goes against the rules. He will seek to achieve his goal. And I see that he is going to be against and breaking all kinds of pacts and all kinds of agreements that he has with other countries or other nations, you know. He's going to break everything, like the movements of Uranus, you know. Uranus is like a storm who comes suddenly, you know, like a violent storm, you know. So he is going to be taking actions that will make everyone around it like, what, you know, because he is not someone with who somebody will can get some agreement, some I don't know, some kind of conversation that could bring some peace to all this situation. I see that he is really close to that, okay? He will make it seems like, okay, maybe we can see some kind of treatments that we can maybe get on this, but that will be a mask, okay? It's not his real intentions, okay? So be careful with that. Also, he have a stellium. A stellium is when like more than 2 or 3 planets are together in one place in the chart, and this is making like a big center of energy, okay? Because each planet has his energy, okay? And here we have like 4 planets working together. Imagine that energy, how strong it is, okay? And this stellium is in his 6th house, but in mirror with his 12th house again. And remember that the 12th house is here his dark side, is his hidden side, okay? So this is going to give him a strong determination for conquer her goal, okay? It's like he is determined. Anybody could make him go back to this, okay? And all his ego, okay, and all his emotionality are put into this, you know, like this is not only about Ukraine, is his ego who is working and who is talking, and for him this is more like some ego issue that a real situation about this place or this other place, you know. It doesn't matter to him right now if he has to die for it, okay? So we can see how far this goes, okay? This will continue, and he will continue breaking, okay, with weapons, roads, borders, and everything he has to for his, I don't know, for his ego to be fulfilled. I mean, he is going to be doing everything that he thinks is necessary in terms of achieving what he wants. Okay, he feels very, very, very sure about the strength of Russia and also about him, you know, like who he is and what he represents, you know, and he's feeling really confident in his power, okay, in the power of that Russia have, okay, and this will continue, and I see that he will continue threatening other countries, you know, like a serial threater, I mean, something like that, okay. He has a very strong Pluto, like I said before, not only in his birth chart, but also in his solar revolution right now. And Pluto is in a very complicated relationship with Mars, and Mars is the god of the war, okay. Mars is our impulsive side, is like Mars is not seeing anything around, it's like going only, you know. So Pluto is this power, this measured power, you know, and Mars is the war. So Pluto also represents all things that has to be with nuclear power, okay. So I think this make him able to take nuclear actions if he has to, okay. I think this is a strong risk, because he, like I said before, he will not measure the consequences of anything. And Pluto is the nuclear power, and Mars is the war, the weapons, everything. So these two planets are working together in a very conflictive configuration. So this is a red flag for me, okay. He does not care about the restrictions or the punishment that are imposed on him, because he is confident that he will continue to expand. I mean, it's like he's laughing all of this, you know, like he's not saying, oh my god, what are we going to do right now? No, he's like saying, okay, this is how this game is going to be going, let's go with the flow. He's not afraid, he's not scared. He already thought in all of these restrictions. This was something he already has in his agenda, okay. It's not something that took him for surprise, you know, like, oh, it's something that he knew before he make his movements, okay. So he's laughing about all this, okay. He will become more and more intolerant and violent, more and more intolerant and violent. He also has his black moon, okay. And the black moon is not only our dark side, is also like the darkness that we can expand around us, okay. Because the black moon represents our fear, but hidden fears, who acts in the defensive mode, okay. So the black moon could be something really aggressive if we don't work on it and we heal that black moon. So he has this black moon in the 8th house, and the 8th house represents death, okay. So this to me is like a symbolism of this situation is bringing more death, okay, and darkness to the world. And I would like to add this word, the world, because right now the crisis is Russia-Ukraine, but I think this could go further. So I think that this could be Russia against the world in some kind of terms. So this situation is going to be increasing, getting really complicated, because the solar revolution of Vladimir is saying so. Russia is going this way because he is the commander. So these are the predictions that I have for this situation. So I really hope that this information is something valuable to you, and I hope that you can subscribe to this channel, share this information, and also give me your thumbs up, and I will be reading your comments. So I see you in the next time.